I was just thinking about how I was going to move my camera to a spot where I liked it better. Because I don't think I like this camera placement because it's hard to look at you and then look at that. Do we move it? I really want to. So if I really want to, we obviously should. I just made Brussels sprouts. I'm so scared. Oh god. Am I tightening or loosening? Sorry, I'm not in a shot. Hi. Okay. Is it moving? Kind of? I don't know. It's moving, but like, it won't move direction. What the fuck? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. I don't understand. So something is moving, but I don't know what it is. I don't understand. What the fuck? No! This is not working. What the fuck? Why is it going like this? It's almost as if I don't understand. Oh my god. I don't understand what's going on. Ah! There we go. It was like stuck. It was majorly stuck to the bottom of my desk. Okay. So we finally have that detached. Now where do I want this? Not touching my wires, because that would be annoying. But the problem with this is that if I move my camera, I will most likely have to move my lighting equipment, which is annoying, but very manageable. It's not that big of a deal. I really should connect my Zoom to this. I feel like that would be really smart, but I haven't. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. Level that out. I wonder if I'll hate this. I kind of already do. Damn it. Why do I hate this already? This is too quick. Shit, bitch. Shit, bitch. I feel fatter. What the fuck? Okay. What do you think? I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna look at my thumbnails to see what's better. And I'm like, do I like my thumbnails? I do like my thumbnails. I think that's the one thing. It's like the little bit of angle to the left or right is nice because it's not so like in my face, but it's also like easier. Like my life is definitely easier now that this is in front of me. It's just not giving like side profile of any sort, and my side profile is kind of good. Purr kitty purr. So I don't know. We're just gonna leave it for today, even though I hate it. 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 Oh god, I think I look bad. I think I look like a different woman. What the fuck? How dare I? How dare my brain do this to me? I'm a victim to my brain. It needs a little bit more angling because this is just too dead center. But I should shut the fuck up. I should shut up. What does this say? When I... Cool! Okay. Cool. I just wanted it to be like 1032, read correctly. Because my camera, my viewfinder, and this on OBS look flipped. And I was like, oh, should I flip it? Because I originally flipped my OBS, but it was for the good cause of having me be able to read my phone. Oh god, I was looking at my viewfinder, and it looked backwards, and I was like, it's broken. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're good. I really wanted to listen to Somebody Told Me You Had a Boyfriend Who Looked Like a Girlfriend. Everywhere he went. Oh, I got my Zoom to work. I made a podcast video, and it was so good. And I just have to edit it, and I can do that. We can do it. In fact, we could do it now. I think that's a good idea. I think that that's like the best thing I could do for today. I have actual shit that I need to do. For example, fuck. Have I done the wrong homework? I have actual homework that I need to get done. I have some late homework. I'm supposed to read this script for the Babadook, and I never read it. And I have 2 assignments that are going towards it. I actually think that... Yeah, okay. I was getting confused for a second that my mic is so far. Come back. Oh dear. It's like the one annoying thing about the mic is like... Well, there's many annoying things about the mic. Like, for example, it's just like not angled the right way. And it's so stiff. And it's so annoying. And I actually want to take this... This thing pisses me off. It ruins my vibe. And I want it off. The one... Oh my god. I used to not have this on my mic. You're gonna see what it is in a second. But I used to not have this on my mic when I was streaming, only because it was really annoying. And I don't know why I ever put it back on. I think it was just like out of moral obligation, but I don't even know if I see any Twitch streamers ever use this thing. I feel like it's more for singing than anything. These annoying little fuckers. And also it's annoying because it has like the logo of the company that I got it from. I hate this mic. I constantly look at like mixer mics and get frustrated that I don't own one. I also started looking at like Cutie Cinderella's stand and started getting upset because I was like, oh, my stand sucks. But that's like so... I have such a bad mental health crisis issue thing. I have such bad mental health when it comes to like being item poor or like not owning what other people own, like Uggs. Like when Uggs were super big, I felt so not cool about not owning Uggs. When Lululemons were big for girls, I was like, oh my god, I'm literally a loser for not owning Lululemons. And then I spent my childhood paycheck on Lululemons when I could. Is that my sweater or a cat? I think it's like a sweater. So I've always had major anxiety when it comes to products. Like this Zoom thing, this Zoom mic. I did not need to buy this Zoom mic yet. I was going to buy it eventually. I didn't need to buy it yet because I go to college. I'm paying thousands of dollars for film school. I could rent one of these out at film school for free. And I could seemingly have it for maybe as long as I want. It really depends. I don't really like thinking about it. I honestly think that renting is kind of stressful. And this is something that I intend to use all the time. So I was like, if I'm going to use this all the time, I should just own one. Which I don't regret, but I didn't have to buy this just yet. So far, I don't regret it. I was a little nervous that it wasn't fully functional, but I think I just was really new to it. I was still really green to the idea of using it. And I think that I'm still really green to it because I've just started troubleshooting with it today. But I feel really comfortable with it compared to earlier today. I say that lightly because I haven't heard my audio, which is something we could do right now. I have so many assignments to work on. I have this assignment that I already turned in that's still on like my view, and I hate when I have open tabs that I don't need anymore. Like, I have this email that I sent out to a teacher that I really want to respond to me because I'm trying to reserve a stage at my school next month for a project, and I really don't want it to be unavailable by the time that my teacher responds. But it's probably realistically, if it's unavailable by the time my teacher responds, it was probably unavailable before I emailed, which I'm trying to like convince myself of. And my director is also like concerned because I mean, it's a stage. You need your stage, um, which is like how I don't understand how Cutie Cinderella doesn't talk about her all of the producing that she does for the projects that she does. I just think it's so cool. I mean, she does definitely talk about it. She talks about the money. She talks about like wanting more help and how much work she does. But like, I'm just such a greedy bitch. I want to know more. Like, truthfully, I really just want to know as much as she will offer me. What is this? Oh, this is an SD card, and like some code that I don't understand. I really want to try editing this in Premiere because I'm really green with Premiere, but I'm because I'm super green with Premiere, it makes me want to edit in Final Cut, but I feel like knowing Premiere is important for my job or like a future job of mine. Something that I find really fucking annoying is that I'm literally in college and I pay thousands of dollars to like practice my craft. So for example, when I film something, I am I have the opportunity to edit like my footage. And I never take that opportunity. It's been like a year and a half of me being in college, almost two. It's gonna be two very soon. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Oh my god. The anxiety of it all. Oh, I actually have such an anxious poop. We have to mute. Oh my god. Okay, I am back. My desk is so moved forward. What the I don't know when I pulled it towards me like that. Oh, I was gonna grab something. Wow, my eating disorder is showing. Now that I know that I have one. Oh my god, though. I have a not funny story about that. It's not funny. I don't like it. Okay. Grabbed my cord. Actually, I wasn't able to make this work. I actually did already try to make these work. It didn't work. I couldn't figure it out. I should give up. Like, it's not worth it. I don't want to talk about it either. I'll try like troubleshooting it, and if it ever does work, you'll be the first to know. That was a little silly of me. Oh my god. I feel bad for my neighbors. Just like I'm sorry, neighbors. I'm so sorry that you have to listen to my couch. My couch is such a bitch. She should never have done what she has done. I'm hating this angle. No, what did I do? I have great hair, and it's just like swallowing me in the darkness, and it's God. Okay. What was I talking about? I don't know. I was talking about this app earlier. I did a stream earlier, I think, on Instagram. And I was working this app out. I was working its pussy out, and I stopped playing it, and you have these tasks that you're supposed to do, and I didn't complete my tasks, which it's not looking like the biggest deal when it comes to one thing. Oh, I have a cat. I was talking about it in my podcast, which I said I was going to edit, but now I'm playing my game. And I can't grab the gotcha ball. It's like this, there's a gotcha game within the game. And I keep missing a ball. Okay. This is the cat that I got. And now we have to name it. It's giving peanut butter. It's giving like wild animal. What does it say? Self-proclaimed flyer who has not learned how to fly yet. Chinchi. It's a seasonal exclusive. Chinchi. Chi-Chi. We could name it after Chi-Chi DeVane. She looks nothing like Chi-Chi DeVane. I don't even think Chi-Chi DeVane was a flyer. She was a dancer, but not a flyer. God, do you guys remember when Chi-Chi was like, she would lip sync for her life in All Stars? That is so fierce. One of my friends owns a bar in WeHo, which is crazy. I'm this 20-year-old nobody who, like, in her first month of, like, getting into LA, met a bar owner and is friends with a bar owner. Like, it's something that's just, like, this person who is my friend, it's like Trixie being friends with Lisa Vanderpump. But for me, it's this person. They are my Lisa. But anyway, I don't hang up with them enough to be Lisa and Trixie, but, like, it doesn't matter. They knew Chi-Chi, and they were going to film a project with her. And then, like, Chi-Chi's family pulled away from the project with the footage. And that was, like, that's, like, crazy. I mean, like, anything posthumous is so crazy. I don't understand it. Like, when families get involved in people's lives, it doesn't make sense to me, but it does because they're dead. And it's just, like, crazy. I just feel like it is such a crazy thing to die so young and to be successful or to not be successful or to have, like, a legacy of any sort. Say yeehaw. if you are live. Well, Chi Devane is not alive. We're trying to figure out what to name this cat, and I was thinking I would name it Chi Devane because I don't remember why. I think it was because it says that this is a self-proclaimed flyer, and I think of Chi Devane as like a dancer. Cleo. Oh, Cleo? I don't actually have a cat named Cleo. Cleo. She doesn't look like a Cleo, but do you look like a Cleo? You look like a pussy bitch. Look at you. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Cleo. Cleo. Okay, we're... I'm like, does it even fit? Bruh, Cleo is a brunette. Like, H2O girl is a brunette. This cat is giving Hermione Granger. So it's, like, hard for me to, like, pull the trigger. Can you think of another name? I'm having a really hard time pulling this trigger. What if we name it Sea Dog VA? It actually does remind me of Sea Dog. But Sea Dog isn't this cute. Sea Dog is more of a boy. This cat, I'm not allowing it to be a boy. Ugh, damn. I think you're gone. But I think you inspired us with the sea names. I love a good sea name. So that is your Cheesy. That is such a good name. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that was easy. Okay, Cheesy. I'm gonna spell it with an I-E. No, I'm not. I don't know how to spell cheese. I can't spell cheese. Oh my god. Okay, I'm spelling it with an I-E. I really wasn't able to spell. Is that how you spell cheese? Fucking hell. This is so not funny. I hate spelling. I was like such a confident person with spelling and math. I've never been confident in taxes, but I thought I was confident in like a nice little simple 11 plus 12. Ugh, not anymore. 121 where? I don't even know. Getting out of high school just like it fucks you up because then you forget shit. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be the dumbest fucking 30-year-old. And to the answer of I like Harry Potter, I definitely do. I have major regrets for leaving my Lupin wand because Lupin was my favorite. I have major regrets about leaving my Lupin wand in my family home and then coming to LA and just like not having the magic to swipe the haters away. And by haters, I mean this girl. Because you're a hater. But she comes back every time. So she's technically not. She's just proclaiming her rights as a human living, as a cat living, as a thing. As a living thing. Hi. Okay, go. Oh my god, Harry Potter. Bro, we're still so mad at J.K. Rowling, even though, like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do about the new game that's gonna come out, and I'm not gonna play it because, like, I'm not gonna spend money on it. I wouldn't have spent money on it even if I was like, I've got disposable income out the wazoo. Like, I'm gonna buy these games. I do want to buy Pokemon Violet and Scarlet or whatever. Oh my gosh. I do want to know something interesting. Maybe. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. Oh god. The disciplinary method of mine, I actually have a lot of confidence in it because I think that I'm very forthcoming with at least the people in my life that I'm a bitch. And that if they were ever my child, that what I just did with my cat where she's bitching at me and I'm like, haha, you're bitching at me. You're so funny for doing what you're doing. I feel like people would find that to be really frustrating. And I feel like I really understand that and respect that and like empathize with my cats even though I am the problem. Yeah, I have a lot of pride in that. It's like very human. I feel very human by being that way with my cats. I feel like they're treated as actual human beings. Maybe that's what I wanted to say. I don't actually know. But I don't know. You wouldn't want to be my child. Like, I don't think that there are, like, I don't want to be my mother's child. That's actually not true. I don't know. This is such a hard one. Ugh. Like, I'm not going to play this cat game because it's just not going to work out for us. I just don't have the ability to show you what I'm doing, which is like the worst part. If I was able to show you what I was doing, we would be a Perfect Tail streaming account. Twitch would like Twitch would know where I belong, and I belong in the arms of Perfect Tail. But I'm not gonna pay money for Streamlabs, and I don't know how to stream on my phone, so dreams are ruined. He's with his aunt and uncle who are into science, and hence he's super smart and looks at Hogwarts and magic through the lens of science. It's pretty nifty. Who's he? Who's he? I don't know what you mean. I like that you said nifty, though. Oh, Harry? Who are into science. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Shoot. I read it. Oh no. Okay, I'm smart. I'm smart. Are they even into science? I don't think the Dursley aren't like the only thing I remember from the Dursleys is like he worked like at an office job. I remember him like walking across the street, walking to work, and then one day, like this is in the book, some bitch in a cloak walked past him and he was like, why are you in like an indigo cloak, you freak? And then went home and then the world went crazy. This is a twist to the normal Harry Potter. Read up. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know. You know what? I would read that up if it turned into a love story. If Ginny Weasley was introduced as like. No, I mean, actually, I wouldn't read it because you know what's fucked up is that Harry's 11 and that you can't like have love at 11. I just won't allow it. I'm so like. You can't have love at 11. How drunk are you? I had my first GF at 12. You know what? Reasonable. But like, do you sleep with your friend? No, obviously not. Like, I had my first boyfriend at 13. It lasted 3 days. Oh my god. I mean, that's kind of different. I just, like, if, like, the way I would read, like, the way that I want this story to be told is, like, holding hands, like, playing chess, like, the 2021 version of love, because I feel like when I was 13, my version of love was, like, staring into the sky, looking at the stars while sitting on a plane of grass, and just, like, thinking to yourself, oh my god, my heart's beating so fast. And now, like, 2021's version of love is we're playing chess in the background with dirty clothes on, no shower. BF is going to be making dinner in an hour and a half. It's going to be lasagna, or there's going to be a salad on the side. Like, that love is, like, cohabitating healthily. I don't really know. I'm not drunk. I'm just crazy. But thank you so much. What if that's not a compliment? Ugh. Lasagna? What the hell is lasagna? What did I even say? You had to move cities? That is so 2013. It's so 2013 of you to be like, oh my god, my dad just got a new job. I have to move from New York to Chicago. I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules of 2013 love. I was only 11. But that's what that sounds like. I feel like I'm not keeping up. Your first GF at 12, it was 6 months. Like, what? How? Like, what did you guys do? Like, I don't think that I really understood. I still don't. I still don't understand middle school boyfriend girlfriends. Because, like, I remember I sat with, like, my hoes at lunch every day. And I was, like, the kind of popular that was, like, the loser popular. But then there were a couple of people that were hot, therefore they got fucked with the popular people. Anyway, there was a couple in that friend group that I did not know very well. And, like, she did not like her boyfriend. He would grab, or, like, he would place his hand, but it looked like grabbing. He would, like, grab her hip, or, like, her waist. And then she was like, don't touch me. Ugh, I hate it when he touches my hips. And then he would be right there being like, this bitch is calling me out. And, like, I thought this is the way that people were boyfriends and girlfriends. Like, he just always looked so dejected, or it was just like he said nothing. Because that's, like, the man way of life is, like, you just, like, you're dating a girl and you're like, I don't want to lose her, but she's shit-talking me. I guess I'll just say nothing and embrace it, and then take the beating, and then get mad at her in private later. Life was so different. Life was so different. And I mean, I guess that could still be life now, but it's not my life. Not my life. I'm no longer in groups where that happens anymore. Lasagna? What did I say? You know what? Lasagna? I guess it lasagna. Put a Z behind that by that san. It's a zan, right? Lasagna. Use your Z's. We only have so little chances and opportunities to use the letter Z. Use it now. Use it now when you still have the chance. We did picnics. Oh my god. I'm, like, so distracted. We lived in a romantic place. My place was about 50 minutes from the beach. We did picnics, island tours, and fishing. Stop trying to fucking catfish me. Stop. This is some Animal Crossing shit, and I was actually gonna be like, oh my god, I lived 50 minutes from the beach. But I don't think Animal Cross... I don't get it. I'm too... Zoobity-zoo. Are you a crooner? Zooby-dooby-doo. I ain't lying. My dad was in the Navy. I have a friend in the Navy. He's in China right now. Oh my god, did you travel the world? Oh my god, did you go to Korea? I don't know where people go in the Navy. I didn't even know people went to China in the Navy. When my friend told me that he was going to China, I was like ugly faced and everything, but it was just a phone call. Nah, just all over the country. Well, I guess that's like when you have an actual familia, you want to keep it local. I'm just so like jaded because Brittany Broski, if you know who that YouTuber is, who I love, she was like, my family lived in South Korea, and now I'm like, is this a possibility? I've never heard of that in my life. The only, like, people that I ever considered to be military were actually prison workers. Because my sister had a friend whose dad worked for... It's a very famous prison. San Quentin, because I'm from the Bay. So, San Quentin, if you haven't heard of that prison, it is very famous. I feel like it must be, or I'm crazy. But I'm, like, maybe sure it's famous. But I'm also from the Bay Area, so, like, it might only be Bay Area famous, but I'm pretty sure it's worldwide famous. It's no Sing Sing. It's no LA County Jail, but, like, anyway, it's a nice jail. Like, if you ever want, like, it's on the water. You would see the prisoners just, like, playing basketball or, like, their hands on the fence while you were just taking the ferry to San Francisco, and you would wave hello, or you would just like stare until they were gone in the distance. You'd rather see Alcatraz. The only time I remember going to Alcatraz, I was probably like 4, and in my life, I had the saga of like being a child, like a baby, and hating San Francisco. I was like, it's cold. It's too hilly. I hate walking. No one will carry me. This city makes me want to lie on the floor and scream. And I remember that very well. And Alcatraz, I remember it was so hot. I remember it being scorching hot. Like, I remember the visuals of Holes, the movie. And then I think of Alcatraz. And it's literally not hot. Was never an issue for me. I'm sporty now. I'm actually not. But I was not sporty as a child. My inner destiny knew that I was meant to be a lazy motherfucker. And then the internet really just like secured the bag. The internet said, and so now I'm even more of a lazy fucker, but I grew up playing sports my whole life. I was fat my whole life playing sports. And that's just how I lived. But yeah, when I was a baby, fuck walking. And also, I was too big to be carried. I think I just was. Even though, like, that's probably not true. But I probably was just too old to be carried. And that's probably why I remember it. Okay, so Alcatraz and San Quentin are famous. Oh, God. So, this girl's dad was a prison worker, and so that was so I just considered him to be a member of the military, because I was like, oh, you have to be military trained in order to take care of prisoners. I don't know the answer to that question, even now. You could be like a popular person if you hit the gym. I just did hit the gym. It was honestly the least endorphins I've ever received from the gym. I was so mad about it too. I was like, normally I go back from the gym being like, ugh, I'm such a good person. Like, I walked a mile. I like did the stairs. I just did the weights. I used the erg machine. Like, I was there for like 2 hours. I was like actively doing stuff and listening to, her name is Charlotte D'Alessio, and she has a podcast with Phineas, who is the producer and older brother of Billie Eilish. And I was vibing. That podcast is only an hour 30, so technically I was only there for like an hour and 30. But like, I was there for a while and I was doing shit the whole time, and I was like, damn, this sucks. That one machine, or not a machine, that one thing where it's like the rope and the string and the handle, and you can adjust the weights, and then you can move it up or down to like pull. I was doing that, and I don't know how to use it. I was doing everything. I was doing everything on the instruction guide, and it sucked. That one sucked. I probably will one day figure it out, but I think that ruined my my day. I think I should never do that one again, and I should just like do other things. But yeah, I kind of feel like weight training was not fun for me. I feel like I should have either gone harder, or I should have just stuck to cardio, because cardio so far has been easier, because like this winter I was in my hometown, the Bay, if you'd know. It's hiking central. LA is shit for hikes. Like, everyone told me that LA was the place where people hike. I'm never gonna hike Runyon. I went once, I'm not going back. Marin has great hiking spots. So I was, like, doing the 10-mile hikes. And, yeah, my cardio is kind of good, but also not good. Because, like, I was hiking with my friends. They were so much faster than me, and I was like, I'm not gonna speed up. I was like, you can go fuck yourself and just leave me to die, and I'll just sing Taylor Swift in the back. But at least it was 10 miles. You'll never want to be unfit. I agree. I don't want to be unfit. Once you are fit, you never want to. Yeah, I know. Like, I think of like the girls that are like really light and are fearful of men that are a lot stronger than them. And I'm like, thank God I'm fat. Because, like, I don't have to worry about men being stronger than me. Or, like, pushing me down. But they probably could. I probably am just ignorant on the issue. But, like, that's something that I don't really fear at the moment. And I don't want to fear. You just need to run. Once you're fit. You don't need weight training, cardio, CrossFit. My teacher does, like, the major CrossFit shit. Like, I think she can lift like 250 or 275. She's crazy. She's like 5 foot. It's crazy. She's so cool, and it's crazy how she can be like a public education teacher and like a total athlete. She's got her shit together. She's so type A, and she's my idol. I love that bitch. 10 miles is how long? Like 6 hours. It was like 6 hours. It was like from 11:30 to 4 or something. I can't believe I remember. They probably could have done it in, I don't actually know what that timeline looks like. Okay, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. They probably could have done it in like 5 or 4. Because they were really fast. My friends are very fast. And they're men. But I bet they could have done it faster than that. But I definitely needed the extra time. 6 hours is long? I guess so. I don't know if that's in a good way or a bad way, but I don't know. I would do it again. I actually love a sexy, like, 6-hour hike. It's just they're so unrealistic. I haven't found, like, a sexy 6-hour hike in LA yet that I've wanted to do. But there's definitely some. And I just haven't dedicated the day to it. I could dedicate tomorrow to it. But I always think, like, just gotta go to the gym because I spend money there. But I would do it. I would definitely do a nice, sexy, like, 7, 8, 9 mile hike. The longest I've done is 13. And this was in a different lifetime, practically. I don't have any concept of height in men. And I don't like thinking about it because it stresses me out. Because, like, I don't like to ask men how tall they are. I just, like any man that I've ever dated, I just kind of look up at him and I'm like, 5'9". Ew, 6 feet? How am I, like, I don't, how am I in fraternization with someone who can be 6 feet tall? I thought I was a child still. So I actually don't like to think about it. I really don't. It stresses me out. I don't like thinking that I'm already old. Because I thought I was like, I feel like I've been the same person my whole life. And it really stresses me out. Even though, like, I'm sure everyone feels that way. But for me, it really freaks me out. God, I like, I want to, like, claim dyslexia, but that's such a bad, I wouldn't know. I'm just having such a hard time reading, though. Don't try to fight a guy ever. You could be pushed easily. I probably could. I've only ever fought people that are weaker than me. And I don't like fighting. I actually hate fighting. I avoid it a lot. So yeah. I will do my best to not ever fight men. Let's see. I'm like... Okay. I don't know. But I do know. Because I did measure myself. Because I thought I was going to be 163 centimeters my whole life. Which is like 5'3". And then I measured myself in this flat. And that's very recent. I've lived here a very short time. And it was like 167 centimeters. Which is like 6'5", I think. Or 6'4". So I'm 5'4". I'm like 5'4". 5'5". 5'5". So I'm 5'5". But very recently I was 5'3". So apparently I've grown in height in the past 2 years. Which is weird. I don't like that. I don't like being someone who doesn't follow like statistics because I thought that women stopped growing at 18. So it makes me uncomfortable that I got taller. I was like, ew, no. I just want to blend in. I don't want to stand out in any way in my mind, in real life. But the only thing I want to stand out for is for being like a manga whore. But not even that, because that stresses me out too. And only because like I don't want judgment. When I was in middle school, because this is the only time I ever received judgment, like major judgment, everyone called it mangu, or like this one girl called it mangu. And she called me like Jugina a bunch. And it was just really weird. It was definitely bullying, but it was more confusing than like something that made me angry. It just made me really uncomfortable. And I was like, I still am not inept enough to understand how to cope with that, to be honest. Both genders grow till 21. That's just how guys grow a little faster than girls from 18 to 21. Manga whore. I just read a lot. Not that I know the number, but I did used to know the number of mangas that were in like my favorites tab of like a manga website that I was reading from, and the number used to be 400, and that was like 4 years ago. So I mean, it has to be higher than 400 now. So I don't actually know, but I'm definitely a romance whore, and I would like to include manhwa in there, but I hate that word. I don't know why I hate it, but I just find it too hard to say for me to enjoy the word. Webtoon, but like, what is a webtoon? Let's get a little like Socrates here for a second. Please don't tell me you have read Special A. La corredora. Whoa. La corredora prima passo no dame canti. What the fuck? Cantabil. I don't fucking know. What are you talking about? Are you using some like? Are you saying some spell? Is that even Romanji? Like, primo is throwing me off. Is it a cousin? Oh. I don't know. What is this? What is this? How old are you? This is a self-report. You're old. I have no clue what this is. I have no clue. It looks like a reverse harem, but doesn't even look that fun, because they look like they're all the same personality in a different package. And this girl, she doesn't seem like any sort of relatable. She looks like she's made by a man. So it was an anime. It does say that it's on Crunchyroll. Would you recommend it even? Like, it's looking a little frightening. Oh my god, they're an orchestra? I was a cellist. Serve. It's probably shit though. It looks really bad. I way too much about this. This is my sister's read list. Okay, fine. We'll claim that your sister's old. We'll claim that your sister's an old hag. I'm so sorry to your sister. That's not what I mean. I will one day be an old hag. We are trying to be accepting of mean words. We're reclaiming mean words today. I'm not trying to be mean. Was that the whole show? Because the no dame cantible, is that the same thing? What rom-com manga have you read? The bad one. The bad ones. The ones that are... I was literally just talking about this in the podcast that I need to edit. I hate rom-com. No. Oh my god. Okay. Lovely Complex. Hi 25. You're like literally the cusp baby of, you're like, I'm Gen Z, I swear. I swear. I'm Gen Z, I swear. Oh gosh. I can't read. Having such a hard time. I can't read. This font needs to be bigger. Oh gosh. I remember Lovely Complex, tall girl and short guy. Is he a basketballer? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's actually one of my favorites. That is the pinnacle. But that's only because it's a fucking trailblazer and there's nothing else like it, which is a hate crime to women. It is a hate crime to not give us more romance stuff, and we keep getting the same motherfucking, like, Prince of Tennis, Kuroko no Basket, like, blue balls? Fucking hell. What is it called? Blue Ride? The soccer one. Blue soccer anime. Blue Box? It literally brought me to Detective Conan the 11th Striker. I didn't even know he had a soccer career. It's cute, but it makes me puke. Lil don't talk shit about sports anime. The only one that deserves its hype is Haikyuu. Prove me wrong. Maybe Blue Box is good. Is it Blue Box? Bro, this is ridiculous. Also, there's like that drawing one. I can't spell box. This is really frustrating me. Okay, Blue Box is a badminton. That is another sports anime. That is actually one that I do like. Blue Box. That one, I don't know if they're gonna make it into an anime, but I bet they will. And this one is like, I think he plays badminton, and he's this very cute boy, and he's like obsessed with this dude who's better than him at badminton, and he's obsessed with this girl that plays basketball, and she's such a, like, pick-me. No, she's such a tomboy, but I equate them to be very similar. But anyway, she's like Miss Independent. She's super good at her sport. She's a girl boss. Like, she's friends with the girls. Like, she's a girl's girl. And she, like, I think her life kind of sucks too. And she just doesn't want to date. And he's obsessed with her. And she's just like, la 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 la. And I actually really like it. I really like it, but it's a little bit too boyish. You've already watched the anime? Damn, I don't know about the anime. I bet there is one. I don't think there is an anime. But, like, if you think you know it, it probably already exists. And then you get to have two of them. Where are my two versions of Lovely Complex, bitch? Where are my two versions of that? You just mentioned Slam Dunk, Prince of Tennis, 1 Ounce. I've never heard of 1 Ounce. I've never heard of that. Ace of Diamonds, K&B, Hoop Days. Where is my second, third, fourth, fifth version of Lovely Complex? Why do you get to have 7 versions of sports? It's sexism! It's literal sexism! Like, there's this one YouTube essay of this girl being like, why don't girls have romance animes? It's like, I don't know the answer. The only answer I have is to be an angry, annoying person and to say, it's sexism. Because I don't have an answer. Like, the money exists in the market. If people made romance anime, people would buy it and consume it. So it doesn't make sense that they don't make it. Like, there's barely any of it. And when they do make it, it's like garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. Blue Lock. Blue. I was just thinking of that title. I have it saved in one of my... I have it saved to read. I have never read it. The eyes kind of freak me out. There aren't many types of love. Yeah, yaoi? There is a bajillion yaois. Bajillion. I've read most of them. I love a sexy little yaoi. Yuri doesn't exist. I am a Yuri denier because I don't believe it exists. Because I also am just like, Japan doesn't like the lessies. Um, yeah, I mean, like, when you mean, like, you ain't gonna watch it, probably because it doesn't exist. Yuri is the best, as a guy, of course. Literally where? Like, give me a series. I will watch it. I would watch it. There's those girls that are like, I love lesbian porn. And I'm like, okay. I don't I don't really have a comment to that. I mentioned it. I'm the one that brought it up and I don't have a response because I it doesn't compute. Um but Yuri, I've had a really hard time with Yuri. Maybe that means I'm straight. It creeps into hentai is not really ecchi anymore. Oh, the Yuri? Yeah, I've definitely seen Yuri hentai, but I've never seen like a sexy story, like a sexy love story, or like a nice chill like, "Oh my god, I'm 16. I can't wait to date." Like I've never seen one of those for women. The only thing I can think of is Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and they literally queer bait you. It's queer baiting, so you're like, whatever, I'll just accept the queer baiting because it's fine. That's another favorite. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is like, I made a YouTube video about it, which is animated so badly, and it's not really animated because it's an animatic, but it's so uggo. And I gave up at a certain point and was like, I just need to get this uploaded. So I just started like taking stock images. Blue Lock is different because instead of showing the power of friendship and all that trash, the Nakama, the fairy tale ass hashtag Nakama. I literally, where's my fucking, wait, what's, my purse is far. Okay. Okay, it focuses on the individualism and egotistic? I don't know. Of a single player. So it's like a mental illness, isn't it? A mental illness. Do you like the love manga and anime because your real love life ain't good? Like romantic love life? I don't really want one, which I guess means that it isn't good. I'm kind of like so jaded about it that I've declined to date, which was something that I found really like, I feel like it's something that is kind of judged upon to not want to date. This is my example of Nakama. This is probably 10 years old, and I only started using it in the past year, and it's always hung in my bedroom because I was like, this was like $13 10 years ago. I probably shouldn't throw it away. But like I was too embarrassed of being this type of person to ever use it. But it's a higher quality than the lanyard that I get from school. And it doesn't say the name of my college on it. So it's very convenient. But yeah, I use that for my student ID. You shithousing the power of friendship? Yeah, My Little Pony was so good. What are you doing? Like, it's not the friendship of magic, or it's not the power of friendship's fault. It's the fact that these writers suck, and it doesn't matter that they suck. It's like, we'll just give you the money anyway. Because, like, people love having a fight shown to them in the best quality animation that there is. And you're giving us the opportunity to animate a sick-ass aggressive fight moment or like competition because it's the Olympics but drawn. And this is just like my opinion. I don't have actually like statistical proof of why there's so much fucking sports anime or why there's so much fucking shonen anime. Like, I'm saying sexism. Do I have proof of that? No. Do I have proof that people just want to see fighting moments? No, but I do believe it. God, this is so hard to read. My love life doesn't exist. My friendships, I feel, are very solid, and those are very sustainable. And like scheduling times to hang out with your friends is super important. So I've just been really maintaining that. Like, I've hung out with my friend, my LA bestie, like, honestly, like 3 times this week, which is too much in my opinion. But also, it's not too much. I am very grateful for every time that we spend together. But like, just one person is enough, even though, like, only because, like, scheduling multiple people is really hard. I find it too hard for me. Like, I have friends in Hollywood that I have not seen in 2 months because I'm just so busy in my brain. Like, not in real life because I'm on this couch talking to you, but like in my brain, I'm too busy to plan an actual hangout. So the amount of people in my life is very good. I'm very happy. Um, so I am sustained, and vibrators are great, and my cats keep me company, and I call my parents, and I hang out with my friends, and I go to school, like, and I really want a job. So that's where I'm at, and romance doesn't really fit in there. And also, I have no trust. I have no trust. Like, I like don't. I can't read. God, cause that shit ain't real. The power of friendship and blah blah blah. The power of friendship isn't real. Damn, what do you believe in? If you don't believe in the power of friendship, do you believe? What do you believe in? Yeah, that's my next question. Um, Gosh, if you want a real recommendation, stop watching rom-coms because it sets an unrealistic expectation in real life, and then you can't then cope with real life. I think that's fair. I think that's absolutely fair. I think that's like the one thing that's really hard is that real life is too difficult to ever replicate it into something that already exists in the form of like a fantasy, which is manga or manhwa or even like a Love Actually, whatever the fuck. Friendship is magic is wait, fucking hell. The power of friendship is an overused concept. Damn. There are some definitely overused concepts. I do want to talk about that, but like I got to keep reading. Um it is worded as friendship cuz that appeals to the masses, but camaraderie. Yeah, I agree. I agree that like there's too many shows that portray themselves as the power of friendship, but they're actually not friends. They're just like trauma bonded, but not even entertainingly. Um yeah, indeed. Who broke my heart? I had a best friend who broke my heart. Actually had a lot of friends break my heart, which weren't love interests, but that boyfriend that I was telling you about, he broke up with me in 3 days, and I did cry about that. I'd say the internet has broken my heart more than anything because like seeing so many relationships go into the shitter has really like fucked with my brain. I was thinking about one and I'm not remembering who it was. I was watching Cutie Cinderella's stream and she was mentioning Gabby Hanna, and I feel like the moment that Gabby Hanna lost her mind was a moment where I was like, damn, you can have everything in the world and you can also just like not know how to protect your sanity and protect your peace. And there's so many contributing factors to what can teach you to like hurt yourself, hurt others. And I think that like love is something that people use to hurt themselves and hurt others. Like, you know those news articles where it's like husband kills wife or like son kills mother. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would someone like, or like mother kills children? Like, why would a man get married to a woman just to kill them? Like, it's because they felt socially obligated to fall in love with someone and get married with someone. And it's like, that's freaky. And it honestly really freaks me out. Like, the internet has kind of ruined my brain. Forget the internet and go out and live life. The internet is a cesspool, and unless you're strong mentally, you shouldn't be on the internet. You know, I'd say being addicted to the internet is like the next step. I think where is the internet anonymous? Gosh, I was gonna look something up. No. Everything in here is a to-do list. It's not striking the chords of what I was thinking of. I don't think that boy broke my heart. I actually don't even know what happened to him. You need a gadget cleanse from your life. I work in film. Like, I probably do. I actually completely agree. And like, when I was in my family home, that like one of the room I was staying in, my family home didn't have internet, and not having internet was like so good. It was so good for my brain. And then I fucked it over by like downloading every YouTube video I wanted to watch, and then I just watched YouTube videos. But for the moment that I wasn't doing that, like my brain was like, I felt like a normal functioning person. So I completely agree. Like, I went to like band camp as a high schooler, and like there's no internet in band camp. And like I worked there, and like if you work at a band camp all summer, no internet, you like become a human being. And like I was probably my most interesting. I like got in so much trouble. Otherwise you'd be a slave. 'Cause I'm a slave. You're like, I gotta listen to my own advice. Okay, well, thank you for coming over and hanging out. It's kind of late, but lol, whatever. Go and meet your few friends. You gotta meet them? I don't know how to read, but like, I kind of get it. I'm having a really hard time reading. But anyway, have a good night. You'll be a slave. 100%. I will entertain myself. Go have fun. Friends are 100% top priority. There was a stream that I was doing on Friday or whatever. I don't know what day it was. And I scheduled to go swing dancing. I was like, I really shouldn't skip the swing dancing. Wow, I think I'm dyslexic. This is really not good for my eyeballs to not be able to read this. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. I was like, it's... God, this sucks. But I really shouldn't skip swing dancing. Went swing dancing. Anyway, just peace out. Are you saying that you're going, or are you saying goodbye to El Demonio? Swing dancing was good and not fun. Like, it's uncomfortable because you're dancing with men that are strangers, and like they range from 25 to like 70, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just uncomfortable. It's not my safe space. But then swing dancing went fine. Like, every person was super nice to me. I tried my best. They tried their best. Like, we had good banter. It was great. But then when it came to like not doing the scheduled choreography, and you were just like solo dancing on your own, the situation was like you were waiting for men to ask you to dance. And that was highly uncomfortable. Like, it just felt too male dominated for me to like want to stay. And it was fine just sticking with the... It was fine sticking, like, to dancing on my own, even though there was no one in the circle dancing alone. Or, like, dancing with my girlfriend. Dancing with my friend. My girly bestie. And that just, like, it just didn't feel like a safe space to, like, hang out with your friends. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm ready to go now. Now that, like, the choreography's all done, I'm done, too. And I went to bed at 9, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful to come back home and just be addicted to my phone. That person had a really strong hatred towards the internet, which is so real. But I'm not going to listen to your advice. I'm literally an addict. Like, what do you want me to do? Do self-care and get off the internet? I'm just gonna tell you up front, it's not gonna happen. Mercy Wing 2. Pink Mercy. Mercy Wing 1, Power Up Glitch Cat, Power Up R. I would like to call you an artist. I feel like this is your artist moment. Like, go diva serve. I think this is beautiful. But I need to do something else. I literally have flopped the bag so hard because same bestie, LA bestie, I make friends with the A-list of A-list people. No. The type A of type A of people. Like, all of my besties have their shit together. That must mean that I have my shit together, but I don't believe that. But, like, my bestie, my LA bestie, I was telling her, like, I really want to do a pottery class. I really want to go do pottery. Like, I've always wanted to, like, make myself a soup bowl. Because mugs are out. Mugs are out of fashion. Like, if I am Hot Lamode on YouTube where he's like, Karl Lagerfeld is dead. Oh, who did the baguette bag? Was it Chanel? Was it Bottega? Was it Balenciaga? I don't know. But anyway, it definitely wasn't Balenciaga. I just want a soup bowl because soup is in, and also you can fit a salad in there. Like, when I lived in Hollywood, I lived in one of those annoying co-living buildings. And this co-living building is going to actually flop. I'm praying for its downfall unless they change their business model. But with the way that big tech is looking, they're fucking done. They're fucking done. That building's going to be abandoned. Or someone's going to buy it and, like, turn it into a normal apartment complex. Or they're going to change their business model. Because their business model sucks. Like, they just keep, like, freaking people out, and people keep breaking their leases, and then, like, they keep, like, firing people because they can't afford to have them on their staff. So I hate venture capitalists. They're frustrating because there's no logic to someone giving you tens of millions of dollars. Like, that's how it feels. That's how it looks. That's how it feels. That's how it's written in articles that are written by professional adults. It's very frustrating for me to understand a VC capitalist and why they would give someone tens of millions of dollars to make an apartment building based off, like, the WeWork model. You're doing fine, dude. You're doing fine. Do what your heart says, and you're cool as you are. You're cool as you are. You are cool as you are, too. You're so sweet. Anyway, that apartment had the best bowls. The diameter was 8 inches. That's a huge schlong. I'm kidding. But they were great. The salads in those bowls were phenomenal. The soup. I grew up with the most shallow bowls of all life. And then the deep bowls that we had were just uggo. They were made out of this very thin, not even porcelain, not even, like, clay. Like, they might as well have been, like, cheaper than IKEA. And I hate them. And when I go home, I look at those white bowls that are thin and shatter easily or have no substance to them, and I'm like, God, I wish I could throw you at the fucking fence and bury you underneath the dirt because I am a barrier. I'm a barrier. Like, I don't even know what primal thing in me does that. Like, my mom got gifted this nativity scene from Venezuela from my godmother, who's Venezuelan. And I hated the way the nativity scene looked so much because they were hand-painted clay and they're very crudely done. And I was like, fuck these. I hate these. They give me so much anger. I hate Latinos for not putting enough effort into this. I was, like, too emotional for it to ever matter. And I mean, I'm literally Latin. Like, I'm being an asshole when I say shit like that. Like, I'm just creating hatred. And, like, of course, people can make sick-ass nativity scenes and be Latino. So it's just, like, I'm being an absolute awful person. And I was like, you know what? These have to go. These have to get out of here. And what I did is that I buried almost all of them. I think I left baby Jesus because I was like, I don't want to bury Jesus. Or I left one of them. I don't know which one I left. I buried almost all of them underneath a tree in my front yard. Because there was this hole in the tree, and I just, like, dug into it. Because, like, I don't know, like, maybe a raccoon would sleep in there at night. And I would, like, dig inside the hole, and then I shoved them in there, and then I covered it with dirt, and they got buried. And I would do that to the bowls that I hate in my family's house. There are so many things I hate in my family's house. I'm such a revengeful person. Such a vengeful person. There's, like, it must be OCD, but, like, there are people that are actually crazy. I just like to think crazy things. And I like to do things that don't hurt people, like bury their nativity scene that they gifted you. Like, that's only crazy to anyone that finds out and cares. But this was like 7 years ago. It doesn't really matter. Didn't Jesus, like, live in a cave for 3 days and then the cave mysteriously opened on Sunday or something? I was the Pontius Pilate. I didn't know who the Pontius Pilate was until, like, Christmas, New Year's time, because my sister and I were watching a movie or something, and I wish I remembered why I was reciting that prayer that they do in church, where it's like, crucified under the Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. I did that one, that stupid one, and my sister was looking at me like, you're trash. And it was like, I don't know, like, you go to church for a really long time and, like, you're supposed to listen, right? Not that I listened that well, but I thought, like, ooh, the word Pontius Pilate just sounds, like, really good to my ears. Oh my god. But the scribbled arts are good too. What do you mean? I don't get it. The scribbled arts. Ooh. I'll give an example of what I think the scribbled arts are, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong. Is this what you mean? I was doing these the other day. Is this a scribbled art? This is my narcissism showing, because I just drew myself over and over and over. I'm going to assume that's what you meant. And I am a Latino, so it is Latin-based art. Damn, that's what she said. Penis. I see. Ugh. I wish I remembered what I was talking about back. I bet if I looked at chat far back enough, maybe I would get it. When that guy was saying when you were 13, I feel like that triggered something in me that I don't understand. But his gadget cleanse was so confusing. I just don't even know. And the power of friendship, it wasn't that. The power of friendship is, it's a flop. Too many times does it fail. It's not successful. I mean, he was shitting on love. He was like, I hate love. And it's like, you hate love? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know why. It's like when girls are into Taylor Swift and then guys aren't. And whenever guys are, it makes me think, like, this isn't real. This is propaganda. This is propaganda that men like Taylor Swift. Or it's like Cody Ko, the YouTuber Cody Ko, who lives in his nice little Malibu $5 million home with his girlfriend, who's a fucking preschool teacher. Like, bruh. Talk about wild. Talk about so interesting and, like, radical. But anyway, he was like, I get it now, on this podcast with Cutie Cinderella. He was like, I get why people like Taylor Swift. Like, my girlfriend's really into her. And I was like, are men only gonna like shit that I like because I'm dating them? But that's like obviously not true. It's something special about Cody specifically that makes him finally understand what's special about Taylor Swift. But like, will men understand what I like about romance manga? But here's the thing. Romance manga does not infiltrate the American female public. So I'm kind of like just grasping for the minority of people that are interested in it. And the minority of people are scattered throughout this country, every other country, so it's too hard to find people to vibe with it on. Whereas I could probably find a Swiftie very easily. She could probably be right down the hall. One of my neighbors has an orange cat, and I came back from the gym today. And I went into like this little like plot in my backyard in my apartment that is very weird. Like there's like this broken fence to like enter it, and it's only accessible through my apartment, so I'm assuming it's the property of my apartment. But it's just this like plot of land. And I was just walking around in it, looking at it, talking to myself like a freak, being like, "Oh my god, I bet there's like mice that run through this field looking for dog poop because I'm a freak." Or like I don't know, I was just trying to like feel earthy when I live in the middle of fucking Los Angeles, because when am I going to find nature in the middle of LA? And I turn around ready to walk back to my apartment, and in one of the windows there's this orange cat just like threatening to like threatening to jump off the ledge of the window and jump into like the street, or not the street, but like the walkway, because this person didn't have a vent on their window. And I was like, this is a cat that must belong to a woman, because it was such a cute cat. It might not, there was a woman in the end, so like, but this was just where my brain went. I was like, this girl got the cat because of COVID. This is a COVID cat that I'm looking at. Like, you just know. You just get it. Like, the girls that get it, get it. And I don't know, I was just staring at this fucking cat, and I was like, you are too cute. You are so cute. And I was just looking at him like, you've been my neighbor for at least 6 months. And then eventually she came out of the window because some dog was barking at me for being crazy. And I was like, oh, your cat's really cute, and ran. I was like, I don't need people to tell me I'm crazy. I already know that staring at a cat that isn't mine for too long is like a little weird. You're just the girl staring into the distance. Like, the fantasies of the people from Japan and the US are different, so it's natural if you don't find romance / manga entertaining. If you're like American, I'm assuming, or even Japanese, but oh god. I agree. I 100% agree. And at the same time, I'm not 100% sure. I think you're right 100%, but at the same time, like, I just really want to hold on to the hope that there are people that like would find it good and entertaining for them if they were just introduced to it in a palatable way. Like, if it wasn't in the format of anime, if it was in the format of like just taking a script from a romance manga and giving it to white Americans and telling them like, do all of these things. Like, if I could get like the shot angles, like the ambiance, like the fucking like the bubbles in the background, the roses that are like surrounding this person because it's giving the ambiance. If I could give that to a DP and say, I want you to include all of these feelings into your shot without having to fulfill that in post, because I think that's a thing that Japan and Korea do that's really ugly, is like they'll try to fulfill the ambiance in post by like putting like a nice little like rose effect from God knows where. It's like always ugly. It's almost always uggo. If I could make someone do that for me, I think women would really love it. And I was talking about this with one of my teachers in class because we were watching this crime show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Mr. Robot. And it was on United Production. United Broadcasting Company. I don't know, but it's on Amazon. And it's a good show. We were watching the pilot for it, and it was Rami Malek who did Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, and he was this like total weirdo, total incel energy, but specifically towards the U.S. government. Like incels are like, I hate women, and Rami Malek was like, I hate the U.S. government. I hate capitalism. I hate corporations. The wage gap between poverty and the 1% is too high. Whatever. It was like some 2015 show that finished in 2019. And it was all very topical even now. If anything, more so now than it was in 2015, because I feel like this wasn't the conversation in 2015. I feel like it's ahead of its time, this show. Um, Gosh, I mean, and it's a very good show. My point is that it's a very good show, but it really encapsulates the ambiance of like a doomsday person who lives their life thinking that the world is going to end based off of the like situation at hand. And I think that that's something that you could absolutely do with a romance manga or anime. Is like give the ambiance of like coming of age, like feeling special, like feeling extraordinarily special, like that sort of awe, overwhelming like feelings of happiness. I feel like that is absolutely possible. Like you see that done with drugs, and I think the most powerful drugs can be your mind. Your mind creates all these drugs for you to make, and I think that like love is such a powerful drug that can be made and encapsulated in film, but I just haven't seen it done. And manga does it so well, which is why I'm obsessed with it. But like currently my life goal is to make that feeling come alive on screen. Not that I'm a DP or anything, but I would find a way. The wage gap is real. But then go and upgrade your skills. Who says it's real? Bruh. No me comprendo, but I do comprendo. I don't understand and I do. Um, Lol. I took a Photoshop quiz to see if I qualified to apply for Photoshop applications, and I flunked it. And there were literal like free courses to improve my Photoshop skills, because my Photoshop skills are only based off of memory, not off of like repetition. So I could totally eventually ace a test like that and start applying for jobs and to have actual credible skills that could get me jobs. And then my wage gap would be a little bit closer. But I did not do that. I did not do that. But I will. I have to like write it in my to-do list though. Otherwise it won't ever happen. But all that nerdy shit with my anime obsession, it's not palatable for too many people, and that's like quite frustrating. I was talking about it on TikTok, and I'll read the comments. I'll have to find it. What was I gonna write? Okay, a pass study for that Photoshop test. I lost the test, but I'll find it. Test on LinkedIn Learning. I have a free subscription for it with my school, I think. So I really need to utilize that before I fucking graduate. I deleted TikTok for a second because my TikTok app was confusing me, and it ended up not helping me. It ended up being a waste of time to delete the TikTok app. I wanted to go live on TikTok, and I don't qualify because I have like no followers. Okay, I didn't want that to Be like, blah, 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 blah. Turn on activity status. What the fuck? TikTok is banned here? Where are you? What what what's your situation? Are you I don't even know what oh, India. But you gained a follower on IG? Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I guessed it. That's the only country I knew. Well, a billion people. What's one more? I'm sorry. That's awesome. India is so sick. No wonder. I mean, like, it's so late in America right now. I'm in California. In LA, as I said. It is, like, midnight here. But my camera was overheating like a fucking bitch today. So I had to just go for the late hours. But I honestly think it was because I was trying to film a 4K video. Yeah. Let's see. So I was saying that manga. Oh wow, 1:30. Bro, you're coasting. You know, go off. Go off with that 1:30. That's the middle of the day. Go off. I was talking about. I said my unpopular take is that because the prompt was, "What's your most unpopular take?" My unpopular take was that you don't share your manga and anime with people. Like, sure, you could watch like a famous show with your friends, or in my case, it was my sister. You could go to the movie theaters and watch an anime movie with your friends. Like, that's very palatable. It's a neutral zone. But when it comes to like manga, that is honestly just a stretch too hard to like coordinate, because people don't like pirating manga, first and foremost, because it's, honest to God, not legal. People don't have the money to be buying manga. People have their own taste. There's too many factors in the realm of reading manga for it to be easy and well done, and also just like coordinated, because it's just too vast. And when you say manga, it means everything and nothing all at once. It means nerdy loser shit, and it also means a million different types of stories. I could be wanting to make a book club about that one manga where, okay, this actually does exist. These 5 boys bully and rape a boy, and his parents find out, and so they pull him out of school and move to a different city. And the kids that find out that the parents found out about the bullying are like, these parents are so inconvenient, let's kill them. And so they kill this boy's parents. And so now this kid is an orphan. And then he's like left with his grandfather, because that's his only living relative. And he's like, hey, I want to kill these fuckers that killed my parents. They bullied me. They raped me. They killed my parents. I want them dead. And his grandpa's like, well, lucky for you, I was alive in the Korean War, and I killed hundreds of people. Let me just teach you my ways. And so he ends up like killing almost all of them, and then like drama ensues. Like, that is like the darkest shit ever. But if I just call it a manga, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I could be talking about fucking Boku no Hero Academia. That shit's garbage, by the way. But like, you could be talking about anything. It's too vast. It's fucking frustrating. This one person said, what was she on about? Dog, if someone likes anime, they can talk about it. It doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is as long as you enjoy it. And it's like, thanks, Captain Obvious. That's a little aggressive. But it's true. I mean, they're mansplaining to me the bare minimum of like self-enjoyment in your hobbies. What else does someone say? Oh, this was one of my favorites. It was I am entitled to be embarrassed by my own interests. Like, you're entitled to be embarrassed by your own interests, but I will continue to indulge and share the things I enjoy. Like, that was like one of my favorite comments of like, it is not
fair for people to have no permission to be embarrassed by their enjoyments. Like, it's inhuman to not have complicated feelings towards anything. Like, it could be something that you love. Like, when people are like, ugh, my boyfriend, he's perfect. He's just like, I'm just the luckiest girl alive. I couldn't have anything better. And that's the end of the conversation. You know that bitch is fake. You know that the relationship is fake. You know it's going to fail. You know it's going to fail. Because people are more complicated than being the best person ever. When someone says, like, it's like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. When someone says, like, my blonde, beautiful girlfriend is so lucky that I don't cheat on her and that I take care of our children and wash them and clean them and make her breakfast. And she's so lucky that she also does the same for me. And I don't know. It's like a really bad example, but I can't think of a better one. And like the girl responds with, "Who's saying that I'm not cheating on you?" And then takes a picture with like her best friend. Those are relationships that last because like you can actually give permission to have complicated feelings towards anything or something. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I think I can't explain it any better than that. Another person said, "Thank God your life isn't my business." Oh, that is such a good comment. Like, you're right. That is so true. That's what anyone wants. Like, that is like the best comment you could get from someone. It is such a good comment to be like, I don't know who you are. And I will never know who you are. You're right. I'll never know who the person on the other end of the phone is. I barely think that they're human beings as it is. So, like, if I'm dehumanizing a comment, like, I have no business ever thinking that I know who they are. Even though sometimes I might think I do. And I don't really get enough comments on TikTok to really have more to show you. The rest are all, like, mansplaining or being rude. Oh my god. But I think I'm falling out of it. I think this has been such a good stream, and I feel like I should leave it at here. I think this has been so good, and we shouldn't ruin it with any more, like, different topics, because I think I'm talked out on the world of, like, manga and anime for now, but of course we'll always come back to it. It's never going away. I saw something that my sister sent me about the Academy, because the Academy nominations were sent out today, and everyone's been talking about them. Damn, I wonder what's even in India, because, like, if you don't have TikTok, is there, like, a third-party TikTok? Because what the hell? Is your life better? I doubt it's better, but at the same time, in some ways, it must be better. It must be. But it might not be. Ugh. India's, like, honestly too big for me to ever assume anything from, but I have my assumptions, and it's like, all I look like is, like, the stupidest bitch. So, I should leave it alone. But thank you so much for being here. To the people that were here, thank you for contributing. This was awesome. I'm really appreciative, and I hope you're here another time. And night streams have been so fun for me. I'm having such a fun time doing this. I think the lighting honestly kills my soul, but it's worth it for the quality of people. And I hope you guys have a good night. I really want to say goodbye now, but I was just thinking of one of my viewers and how they love singing streams, and I'm like, do I even have a singing stream in mind? Do I even want to put a copywritten karaoke whatever in this? Oh, there's a Regina Spektor Tiny Desk concert. That is what I'm watching after this stream. we have to go away right now. That is way more important than whatever I'm showing you. Anyway, there is no song, but anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you another time. Bye.